For decades, we've basically been sold this idea that if you want to shrink your body, you have to punish it. We're talking tiny salads, skipped meals, the whole shebang. We've totally normalized being hungry, tired, and irritable just to shed a few pounds. But, well, grounded biology tells a vastly different story. So today, in this explainer, we're diving into 5 simple, science-backed habits that completely bypass restriction and actually promote genuine, sustainable fat loss.
So, I have to ask, what if you don't actually need to starve to lose fat? I mean, so many of us are just completely frustrated, exhausted, and honestly burned out from extreme diets that demand absolute perfection, only to leave us feeling miserable. We are validating that frustration today because the science clearly shows us there's a much better, far more effective way to approach your health.
Because, look, extreme dieting, it's a total trap. Instead of melting fat like we all hope it does, it literally melts your muscle, kills your energy, and absolutely drains your motivation. The true alternative here lies in sustainable habits. We're talking about practices that actually work directly with your body's natural biology, rather than fighting against it every single step of the way.
All right, so here's our roadmap. First, we'll cover the extreme dieting myth, then how to optimize your daily meals, the power of movement, sleep, and mindful eating, and finally, putting together your sustainable fat loss routine.
Let's jump right into section 1, the extreme dieting myth.
There's a saying that really hits the nail on the head. Extreme dieting doesn't melt fat, it melts your muscle, your energy, and your motivation. Seriously, it is time we stop working against our own bodies and start using physiological hacks to our advantage. Building a healthy body composition absolutely shouldn't feel like a punishment.
Moving on to section 2, optimize your daily meals.
So habit number 1 is all about leveraging something called the thermic effect of food. Basically, this is the extra energy your body requires just to digest and process protein. What this actually means is that your body burns more calories literally just by doing the work of breaking down things like eggs, chicken, lentils, or yogurt. It requires significantly more energy to process than fats or carbs do.
So, the golden rule here? Aim for 25 to 30 grams of protein at every single meal. And hey, you don't need to overcomplicate this. Just make sure every plate has a solid protein source. Doing this naturally keeps you full for longer and suppresses those pesky hunger hormones. Honestly, this one simple habit alone can make a massive difference in your daily energy and your fat loss efforts.
Now, habit number 2 is completely free, but it's crazy how many people overlook it. Drink a full glass of water 20 to 30 minutes before each meal. Why? Well, your brain actually confuses thirst with hunger all the time. You might find yourself reaching for a snack when in reality, your body just needs some hydration. Plus, drinking water provides a temporary boost to your metabolic rate. No expensive supplements needed here, just plain old water.
And the data backs this up. Studies reveal that this super simple hydration habit can reduce the amount of food you eat by up to 13%. Just by having a glass of water before you sit down to eat, you are naturally and effortlessly lowering your caloric intake. And the best part is, you never even feel deprived.
Okay, let's dive into section 3, the power of movement.
Habit number 3 turns a normal everyday action into a totally powerful metabolic tool. Here's exactly how it works. You eat your meal, and naturally your blood sugar rises, right? But if you take just a short 10-minute walk right after, your muscles use that rising glucose directly for energy, instead of your body storing it as fat. It acts almost like a sponge for the sugars in your bloodstream.
Think about what that means. You can burn hundreds of extra calories per week without a single gym workout. No way, right? But it's true. You don't need fancy activewear or a long commute to a fitness center. Just a gentle walk around your house, down your street, or even pacing your office while you're on a call totally counts. Doing this after lunch and dinner also significantly improves your digestion.
Which brings us to section 4, sleep and mindful eating.
All right, habit number 4 is prioritizing your sleep. When you're sleep deprived, your body basically enters this massive hormonal tug of war. Ghrelin, that's your hunger hormone, goes way up, while leptin, your fullness hormone, goes way down. This means you wake up hungrier, you crave more sugar and carbs, and you physically just have less willpower to make good food choices. Research even shows that sleeping less than 6 hours causes people to eat significantly more calories the very next day. That is exactly why getting 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep isn't just about feeling rested so you aren't yawning all day. It is quite literally a powerful fat loss strategy to regulate those hormones. You've got to protect your sleep like it's your absolute biggest health investment, because biologically speaking, it is. And then we have habit number 5, eating slowly and mindfully. Did you know it takes a full 20 minutes for your stomach to send the fullness signal to your brain? Think about that. If you rush through a meal in 10 minutes, you have already overeaten long before your brain even registers that you're full. So try putting your fork down between bites. Eat without scrolling on your phone or watching TV. Give your body the time it needs to actually tell you it's satisfied. People who do this consistently consume fewer calories without even trying.
Let's bring it all together in Section 5, your sustainable fat loss routine.
So here is your brand new baseline. Eat more protein, drink water before meals, walk after eating, protect your sleep, and eat slowly and mindfully. Do you notice what's completely missing from this list? Yep, no starvation, no obsessive calorie counting, and absolutely no endless, grueling hours required at the gym. These are sustainable, everyday habits that work harmoniously with your body, not against it.
To wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with a thought to hopefully shift you into action. Which habit will you start today? You don't have to tackle all 5 at once, but choosing just one of these simple, science-backed habits right now could be the catalyst that completely transforms your relationship with your body and your health. So which one will it be?